I want to talk about something called cooperative care today. It's where we are able to work with our animals to allow them to make choices in what we're doing with them. And the object of it is to allow the animal to say yes or no to a particular activity, and letting them know that they can say no. There's a reward if they say yes and they want to continue on with whatever the activity is. This is also great for if you have animals that are scared of maybe being bathed or brushed or having their nails done. We work a lot with animals that have maybe leash collar sensitivity, head sensitivity, things like that. So I have Atticus's collar, and I usually start out when I introduce anything that's new to a dog, I always start out by letting them smell it, letting them check it out. And what we're going to do today is I have a handful of treats, and I have his collar, and I offer it out and I wait. If he puts any interest towards the collar, if he gets up, if he smells it, if he checks it out, he gets a treat. Okay? I'm not going to take my hand full of treats and try to lure. That's not the object of operant care. Operant care is allowing him to make the choice to say yes or no if he wants to engage in the activity I'm doing. Atticus, do you want to go? Atticus, good. Yes, good job. And so the object of this is at the end of it, he will actually be shoving his head through the collar. So any interaction, yes, he touches it with his nose, he gets a treat. Okay? And you mark it right away with a yes or a good boy. Yes. So anytime he's touching it, he gets a reward. Holding it nicely at head level, yes. So he offered more there. You notice he actually shoved his nose into it and made it move. Take a moment, wait, just let him make the choice. If he wants to come back to it, he will. And as your dog gets more confident with it, he'll keep poking it, and I'll ask for a little bit more. Yes. So the first time he interacted with it, he got a treat right away. And he kept getting treats if he just kind of put his nose near it. Now I can actually ask him to maybe do a little bit more effort before he gets the treat. So he'll start tapping it more and more, and maybe even starting to put his head through. And that's where he's going to get more food, is if he continuously shows that he wants to interact. Yes, good boy. He wants to interact with the collar. The object of this is for him, when I hold it out, he shoves his own head right into it, gets the treat. So I don't put it over his head, he puts his own head in. Good boy. Thank you. And this is a slow process, so please take your time. You do not want to rush. You don't want to have them halfway through and then you put it on them. You want to make sure that they're doing all the work. That hand with that collar doesn't do anything. That was good. Yes! Good boy. That was pretty cute. You notice he just rested his head there, and that was great. So that was a big reward for him. And he's going to learn every time he does something like that, he's going to get the reward. It's also a great activity. So you see how he's bumping it more and more? Make sure you're not letting him get too frustrated. Yes. You can add a little bit of frustration by seeing if he'll offer it a few more times or maybe get more engaged with it. But you want to make sure you're not losing any interest. And he can lay down or walk away. And laying down doesn't mean that he's done with the activity. He's just trying to offer a different behavior to see if that will get him a treat, because he knows in the past laying down automatically gets him a treat. So if he offers me a different behavior, I could say, good down, good boy, and maybe toss a treat away, let him go get a treat for something else, and then come back to it, okay? So you keep practicing this little by little, but make sure that you're not pushing it. If your dog offers a different behavior or walks away, just stop. Take a break, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'll take a break. I'll put it down for a while. I'll ask him to go do something else, and then I'll come back to it.